What's going on, guys? We are at a very empty Glen Helen, compared to last time we were here at least. Got a whole pit set up over here. They're playing copyrighted music, so I can't go over there. I don't know if you guys can still hear it or not. We are here for the Three Brothers 10 hours of Glen Helen. It's gonna be an interesting race. I'll show pictures of the bikes. We're riding Brian's KTM for half of it, and we have a Yamaha we're riding with Super Jocks. They both got lights on them. We're gonna do a 5-man team, I believe, and we're gonna switch off every couple laps, something like that. So this is gonna be interesting. The race, this is the first time I've been on a race this early, and they've had nothing to do now. So the race starts at 4. I got here like at noon, and it's just about 1:30. So still got like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to chill out and not die from heat exhaustion, because it is kind of hot right now, and the race starts at 4. So we're gonna try it out and see what happens. The last time I rode at night was a couple years ago, I think, and it was, I don't know if you qualified as a night. It was the Trans World Slam Fest, I think. We did the flat track. The time before that was also at flat track at Ventura Raceway. And the time before that was years ago, and that was on the stadium cross track over there. But that also has lights on it, so. I haven't actually ridden on a trail at night, and I don't think ever. So it's gonna be interesting, racing at night, racing with a headlight. I've never done that. I had to set up a set of clear goggles because I don't have usually any of those. Yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a day and a long one. The race starts at 4, ends at 2 a.m. So it's gonna be interesting. We got a 5-man team, so it should be good. We should be all prepared. And we're just gonna go out there and have some fun. And the thing today is to just finish. That's all we're working on, just finish. That's all we want to do. And so far so good. So we are racing the business class, I believe. I don't know, Brian and all them set it up, and I just kind of showed up here to come out and ride. So should be an interesting day. So I'm not racing my bike, but I did bring my bike. I want to say about 90% done with the gold wheels on it finally. Still don't have my forks. These are Brian's forks. But I do have my shock on there. Nice and linkage and all that. Looking real nice. I don't plan on riding the bike at all today. So, but it is here if we do need it. Hopefully don't. So I don't know what to do. We've been here so early. One other time I've been here really early for races when I camped overnight, but it's so weird starting a race at 4 o'clock. We actually have a pretty cool setup here too. So the pits, like last time, come off the finish line and then we'll ride all the way around and do the big loop, and we're just right off of that. And then got both the bikes here, so I'll probably be riding the KTM. 2 of the guys will be riding the Yamaha. And we have headlights set up on it. See how these things work. But yeah, the bike's all ready. Got tons of canopies, 1, 2, 4 canopies set up. Should be pretty interesting. Should be fun. I'm actually excited for it. I don't think I'll be doing the first. I don't think I'm starting. I think I'll be like middle somewhere. So but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think looking pretty good. Looking professional. We are professionals right now. Just finished the riders meeting, and We're almost there. Still got about an hour to the race starts. But so far so good. The bikes are all fueled up. We're gonna get geared up here soon. Actually, I'm not gonna get geared up because I'm riding, I think I'm riding third out of the 5, so I'll be right in the dead middle. And then we will start. Brian's gonna start. I think it's Brian starting, and then I think Tony's second, then myself, and then I forget who is. Bart is in there. I don't know. I know I'm riding third. The track is like, I think they said it was about 7.5 miles long, so it should be about 15 to 20 minute lap time. And I think there's like 70 something teams out here, so pretty decent turn. I mean, it is empty out over here. That's because everyone's parked over in the pit lane area. So, but 70 teams, that's a decent amount of teams. And I think we're in row, I forget where we're starting in, but I'm not even gonna get dressed till the start of the race. Till after Brian takes off, that's when I'll get dressed, because there's no need, I guess. I'm not riding till third, so almost showtime. All right, the race is on. So we were in row 4, which is business class. I think there was about 4 other guys. I think it's 5 total of us, so, or 5 teams, I should say. So, yeah, Brian looked like he got a good start. You think he was sitting third, going up the hill over there. So, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, the plan is for Brian to do his, do 3 laps for him. I think the plan is to do all of us do 3 laps. So it'll be 3 laps for Brian, and then he'll hand it off to Brock, which will also do 3 laps. Or should do 3 laps, and then he'll hand it off to me, which will do 3 laps, and then I'll switch from the KTM. When I'm done with my 3, I'll switch over to the Yamaha, and then hand it off to Barta, and then Barta will do hopefully 3, and then we'll switch off to Tony, and then we will complete the cycle and start over again. And hopefully by then we should be pretty good ways into it, and shoot, by then it should be pretty getting close to dark, and Brian will do, I think, the first laps in the full night. So yeah, we're gonna use, they're using most of the, from what I could see, they were using most of the main track. They're already, the pros are already way off over on the short course track over there. Interesting. Looks pretty good. Track looks pretty fun. All the moto track I'm not worried about, it's the stuff in the back. Even then they said it should be pretty straightforward and mellow, so I'm excited. I'm gonna watch Brian come around once, and then I'll go get dressed and we'll be good to go. Alright, so one lap down, and it was right about 15 minutes, so we're gonna do a lot of laps, I think. The pro riders are right at almost 10 minutes. So Brian's first lap was about 15 in that area, so 3 laps should be pretty easy. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. The track so far looks pretty good. It is also really early in the event, so I'm all for it. Rear wheel. Grab the other bike. That should be right there, right?
We're in first, guys.
That torque is already set.
You're good. I got it. Right?
Oh, chain's a little loose.
Chain's super loose.
Not loose. Well, whew, drama. So Brian did 3 laps. He came in for his pit stop to switch the bike off, and he said he had a flat tire, so he rode the whole 3rd lap with a flat back tire, and we had to swap out wheels real quick. Good thing I brought the stock wheel off my gas, but we had to swap the wheel, which also meant having to swap over the rotor, and we got it swapped over pretty quick and back out there, and now Brock's out there riding around. He's gonna do his 3 laps with and then he'll come over and hand the bike off to me, and we'll keep rinse and repeat. I don't know what to see. The chain was a little loose going on it, so I think we should tighten it, but both the sprockets were the same size. They're both 49 tooths, so it shouldn't be any problem, but it was a brand new chain, so it will stretch a little bit on the first off, so. Drama. It wouldn't be a race if we didn't have to scramble, right? And it was a big scramble to get tools. Like, I had to run all the way over here. Like, my toolbox is here. I ran all the way over here to get the torque wrench and a socket to loosen the axle, and then I had to grab the impact and couldn't find a socket, so I ran over here to grab my socket. It wouldn't be this race without drama, but we were, I think he said we were in the lead when he pulled in, but so we should be doing good. Well, we got 4 or 5 strong riders, so we should be good.
Smooth, okay?
Will do. It's 6:45 about, so we're almost 3 hours in, and that was gnarly. The track is so bad right now, and so rough, and I had 2 flat tires. I did 1 lap good, and then got a flat tire and a flat tire. Flat tires, there's so many like the square edges, and like I think the first one I hit it on a like a curb over there on the amphitheater section. I think that's why I did the first one. The second one, I think I did going back that way on a, like it looked like a stake, like a knife-edged rock just sticking out. I think that's why I hit, and I just pinched the tube and put a hole in it right away. So I did 1 lap on the KTM, and I'm pretty sure I got a flat tire the first lap. I did a second lap on the KTM, and I noticed it was like off the beat and it was bouncing. So then we swapped the. Went to go switch bikes, so I went and jumped on the Yamaha, did a lap on that, and that's when I got a flat tire on that bike, I think, going that way. And then, like, I was going on the short course track and then the log straightaway just on the gas. I'm like, man, this tire sucks. And it's because it was flat, so it was just kind of washing all the way around. And so they're over there changing tires. What I had to do was we took the rotor off of my bike. So my bike was, instead of using the whole wheel, we just took the rotor off and put on Brian's wheel, and got so now we have that wheel to change over. So when they come to bring the KTM back over here, we'll change this back tire again, and then we can go with it. So right now the Yamaha, Barda's out there on the Yamaha, and it is gnarly. Going down the big downhill over there is so scary and sketch. Luckily we got a good group of guys over there helping us out with Brian and Uli and all them. So luckily we got a good group over there, and they're getting the bikes dialed in. I'm just gonna stay out of the way, and then man, that was tough. It's just rough, and I can't see some of the stuff, and then when if there's any amount of dust in the sunlight, you just can't see jack. My 2 slow spots are definitely the 2 wash coming back down the Philadelphia road. Like, some spots are fast, but there's some spots that are really narrow and kind of single track stuff, and I just can't go through them without me standing up, so I have to sit down, and like I'm all up on it, hitting rocks, and I'm all over the place over there. Everywhere else on the track I've gotten pretty good, but just those 2 sections are the hard part for me, and everything else around here is not bad. It's just that. So, and hopefully with the 3 laps I got, hopefully I learned the track, because next time I go out there it's gonna be in the dark with the headlights. So hopefully I learned it. I kind of remember, yeah. There's some of the stuff like I couldn't see with some of the stuff with the dust and all that, so it's tough, man. It's tough. I'm for sure not a off-road guy. I'm definitely more a moto guy. That's for sure. This off-road racing stuff, it's a whole different animal. And like, I got off the bike and my hands were like tingling. I guess I was 45 minutes on the bike, so they were like definitely vibrating.
Tires look good.
Yay!
I got the bike. Feels like the clutch is slipping really bad.
Really?
Right from the get-go. It's like it goes, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, so I don't know if it's a slipper clutch in here. Is it a red clip or no? No. Yeah, just be gentle on the clutch. It's definitely can't see it. Hold on. Yeah.
Alright, so Gaerne came in, we just swapped over, and now Mr. Tony's Super Jock is out on the track on his bike. No flats so far, so good thing we're there. Bart didn't get any flats, so good thing so far. I'm just gonna sit over here waiting for him to come around, just to see him come around and gnarly, gnarly. Well, where is it? Right. The sun is gone behind the mountains over there. It's 7:20, so another 45 minutes to start to get dark. Well, we're dark. The whole track's in shade for the most part now, except for maybe the back section over that way. So it's gonna start to get interesting. It's gonna get interesting. Alright, I couldn't film, but we swapped bikes back over to the KTM. Brian's out on the track right now, and we just put the headlight on, so he's going off into the dark. The Yamaha, the clutch, we think it's slipping for sure. I kind of noticed it a little bit when I was riding, but I didn't. I was like, is it a recluse? They're like, no, it's not, because it almost died on me at one point, so it's definitely slipping a little bit. So, the only thing with that is we're only two of our riders who are using the Yamaha, Barda and Tony. So we're not sure if we're just going to finish it out with the KTM or not, but I don't know, we're going to figure out a game plan. I got another hour and a half before I go back on the track, and by then it's going to be completely dark. It's just past 8 o'clock, so we're 4 hours in, and so we got another hour of this where it starts to get more dark, and then it'll be nighttime. So, whew. What a race! It's a battle of attrition, and a finish for us will be a win. That's all we're trying to do, is just finish. So now the hard part about filming at night is I don't know who's coming. No idea who that was. So trying to figure out who's who and like where or who someone is. When they're coming at me, I can't tell until they like get right here, and I'm not gonna be able to film that. So I'm not sure how much of night filming we're gonna do, but his lights aren't working so well. So fingers crossed, we get no more flats. I kind of know where the bad sections are to look for and all that, so fingers crossed we don't get any more flats, because the tire that was on my stock wheel is destroyed. Like the stock Maxxis tire that came on the gas is like falling apart, so did not last very long, did not do very well. So I don't know if it's just because it's an old tire, or I'm not sure what the deal is with that tire, but it is not good. I don't know, I think the front tire is okay. So as far as the Maxxis goes, I'm not sure if it's just like an older tire or what, but it's falling apart, and ain't no good, no bueno. So I brought it just to bring it, just in case, and we ended up using it, and it's falling apart even more. Like lugs missing, all the lugs on the left side are falling off. So no good. So far, so good. It's dark. It's dark. I can't see nothing. So, but you guys can't see me at least. I kind of can. Sun, the little bit last bit of light that's in the sky is almost gone. So, Brian's almost done with his third lap. We're gonna see how the bike is after that.
Should be nothing else over there, right? Tires are good. Tires good. There's air in the tires. Go ahead. You got the bike?
Yeah, I got the bike. No, you don't need to pick it up. We're just going to fuel. It should be good.
Throw some lube on the chain.
Oh, you want to do that?
Somebody want to shine a light here for me?
Pick it up real quick.
I don't have a light. Turn the light.
Sorry about that.
You're okay. I just can't see anything.
So I'm not sure how much of this vlog I'm gonna get after this point. Mainly because when it comes to the pit stops, like I help with the pit stop. Like so this time I cleaned the headlight, made sure that was clean. So I'm not sure how much footage I'm gonna really get after this. So I still have GoPro footage for probably 45 minutes now. So it's dark. Brian said it was pretty good. I think he said he fell down once, just tipped over in one spot. It's rough and gnarly, and I'm next in about 45 minutes. So.
Fire?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Think we're good?
Just feel shitty.
It's just every rock out there.
Well, stop hitting the rocks.
That's what the water bottle was over there.
Hey, coming back onto the REM track from the sand wash is a solid mud. Is it? Stay far inside. To the left?
Yeah.
It's hard to see the rocks. Just take it easy through there.
Oh, I'm going easy.
Dude, riding like fourth gear the whole time. It's.
job, buddy.
Way to go, Sprinkles.
Alright, so I'm done. Just finished my second stint and went way better. Better than the first one. The first one I had 2 flat tires on 2 different bikes. This one the first lap I had to tip over, third lap I had to tip over, the second lap was really good. And then we pulled in here, I got out the bike, handed it off, they were doing the service, gas, lube chain, make sure everything is good there. And Bardo went to get on the bike and it wouldn't start, no light. So I was like, well shoot. So I came over here and grabbed my battery out of my bike. So now we're down a rear rotor and a battery out of my bike. Donated to the cause. I don't know, maybe a loose connection or something, but it just wouldn't start, and then we put my battery in it and started right up and ran. So maybe quite possibly the headlights pulling a little bit more than the bike can produce. Maybe? I don't know. But it was surprisingly not as bad, not as like scary or as bad as I was thinking. For sure in my first stint I was pushing way too hard, and maybe the reason why we got a flat. This one I was just cruising at a pretty good pace and just kind of doing my own thing, and it worked out pretty good. So no flat tire this time at least, so we're 3 riders in with no flat tires, and that's good. And we also put like 15 pounds of air pressure in instead of the 14 or whatever we had it before. So it is weird though, like going back that way to where I fell the second time. Going back that way, the temperature changes. It's kind of weird. Like out here, it's not you don't feel it, but when you go back there, you can feel a temperature change going in like to like all the bushes and undergrowth. Even earlier, I could feel it. It was kind of weird, but so far so good. I think we're at like a 15-minute lead in our class. There's only 2 teams in our class, but I think we're at like a 15-minute lead. The headlight worked a lot better than I thought. It's up a little high, I think, for me, but we made it work. Whew. We are just past midnight. Tony's on the bike right now. He's finishing up should be his last lap, and then he should be done after that. Brian will be up. He'll do about 45 minutes. Then Brock will do another 45, so that leaves it right around 1:30. So that means I get to do the last half hour and finish the race. But it's I'll have to go through the total of what we've had to take and change and fix on these bikes and we broke and all that. It's been some serious stuff, and it's been a lot of work tonight, and these guys have just killed it. Just keeping the bike running, and it's been a rough race, and we are still in the lead in our class. I don't know where we are overall, but in our class, we've done so far 29 laps, and we've been running close to 15 to 16 minute lap times pretty consistently. With the exception of a couple of the laps where we had to change tires and a battery and a whole bunch of, yeah. So, that's like a little bit more drama, which is not really much of a surprise since we were already experiencing this problem. When we put my battery in the bike, it ended up dying on Tony's last lap, all the way at the top end of the track, and he had to pretty much run and push it down back here. So he did the rider change, swapped out the battery for Brian's battery again. That was on the charger. Now Brian's doing his 3 laps without the headlight, just using his helmet light. If it's not one thing, it's another. So if it's not a flat tire, it's the battery issue. And the problem with the battery is, since we have the stock batteries that are in the bike, which is a lithium battery, they have a little circuit in them that shuts them off when they get to a certain voltage. When it gets too low voltage, it'll shut the battery off, and it just kills the bike. So our headlight we're using is pulling a little more amperage than the bike can produce, so it's killing the bike. Meaning, probably end up having to ride the last few laps without the headlight, just using a helmet light. So when Brian gets back, I'll have to take the helmet light he has and put it on my helmet because I don't have a helmet light. And I rode my stint in the dark with just the headlight on the bike. I didn't have a problem, but now that the bike's starting to not like the headlight, we should have bought a lead acid battery to put in it, but we didn't. Like a deep cycle lead acid battery. We just didn't do that. So he should be on he's on his second lap now, so he should be coming around pretty soon to start his third lap. That and the timing and scoring app that we've been using stopped working. It hasn't updated in a while, so we don't know if we're in the lead still or not. We had a 9-minute lead, but that was before the whole battery dying at the top of the hill. So now we're not sure where we are as far as if we're still in the lead of our class or not. Good stuff. Good stuff. We were overexcited and underprepared for this event. For the most part, we were ready to go, but just issues with losing a clutch in one of the bikes and this battery issue that we overlooked, tires, or popping tires and tubes. And I was going to film the last pit stop, but then he came running up and it was another scramble, and yeah.
Yeah, we're full. Alright, fellas. Take us home. Might be it.
Well, I got to do the last lap. And brought her home. Just the last lap. It was actually pretty easy. We tried turning the lights off and running with just the helmet light. I couldn't do that. It was a point where I couldn't tell where the bumps were. It all looked smooth. It's like, oh, I can't do this, and I had to turn the headlight on. Luckily, the guys, Brian and Brock, who rode it before me, was only using the helmet light, so it wasn't that bad. And we knew it would last at least one lap, so I rode with it for most of the lap. I turned it off a couple times, but most of the lap I rode with the big light. It's because it's lower. Good stuff though. It's 2 a.m. and we finished 10 hours Glen Helen. And I think we won our class, so. Alright guys, so obviously it's the next morning. After we finished, we walked around a little bit, went to look for the other team that we were racing against. We couldn't find them. We wanted to talk to them and you know, say there was a fun race and all that, but we never saw them. So we did win our class because our mistakes weren't as bad as their mistakes. And this is the trophy they gave us. It's a cool picture. I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. I'll post a picture of it on Instagram with us and all that, so. Yeah. I did the last lap, I finished us off, and we went to bed like at 3:45, I think, or something like that. And I'm drinking my juice, so. This place is just absolute, just stuff everywhere. And bikes taken apart. The bikes are, his isn't that bad because it did 3 laps. This one did most. The track got super muddy at one point. Yeah, one section back there got super muddy at one point. It was rough. Just trying to finish. That's all we're doing. Just finish. But we did at least, and it was a hell of a night for sure. So, on behalf of everyone else, of the guys we raced with, Brian, Brock, Barda, and Tony. Hell of a weekend, and Uli for helping us out on all the tire changes or tube changes and all that. It was a gnarly race. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't yet, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one.
Next level.